Yo, what's going on, guys? Ballin back at it again with another Madden video, and in this one I'm going to be showing you guys the free agency people I'm giving contracts to. So the way they did it is, if you don't know, we totally restarted, so this is literally the beginning of the season. But what they decided to do is they decided to sim the year into the future and start us off in free agency, and then we're going to draft, and then we're going to go into the new season. So I thought it was kind of interesting, and then everybody was able to pick 3 people who they were for sure going to keep. So I got Guidant is coming back to stand alongside Allen and Williams, and then these are the rest of the people who I'm going to try to get. I'm going to try to beef up the D line and the O line and possibly get a tight end, and then we're going to try and get our hands on a safety, a DB, just a DB in general during the draft. Hopefully all things are awesome. So that's basically what's going on. Now let's go ahead and get into the next week so you can see what pickups I ended up getting. All right, so I actually missed week 2. I wasn't around for that week, and now we are in week 3. So I don't even know whether or not I got who I wanted. So we're just gonna go ahead and here. Let's just go down. So private workouts. Sure, I'll do it since I set up my board the other day. So this is the fastest wide receiver in the draft. So I'm trying to get Matt Glenn back. Maybe now it's Austin Porter. Mike Hayes and Damon Whitefield confirm. Yup. So those are the 3 main people that I want in this year's draft. And I have a pretty high pick. I forget what it is, but I should be able to get whoever it is that I want. Really hoping it's that wide receiver, man. Okay, cool. So next, we're just going to look at the depth chart to see if I actually ended up getting anybody. So I don't even remember who it is that I was trying to get. I got Guidant back, so that's cool. So he signed back with me. That's good to know. I got this tight end, Tanyan, 6'5", 85 speed. That's awesome. Who else was I trying to get? I know I was trying to get a lineman. Cool. So we got a right guard. I don't think we had Winters before. And we have a right tackle. What, is he hurt or something? He is. My boy's injured. Hopefully he can be back by the season. Justin Jones, dude, you're so slow. There's no way you can play. 69 speed, bro. You are a D tackle. Get realistic. Right end, same thing. Like, I need D lineman. My pass rush is not going to be getting there with what I got right now, other than Bosa. Tranquil, cool, Murray, and Uchenna. And then I think this is the guy I was bidding for. Nah, we already had him. Free safety, we didn't get anybody. Strong safety, we didn't get anybody. We can get a free safety with speed. The thing is, I was running out of cap room, so I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to sign it. Like, look, I got 20 mil. Gronk is available, but I don't want him. You're slow or fast? Look at that. Okay, we might have came up in the corner department just now. Razul Douglas, isn't he fast too? Nah. Bear with me, guys. This is dope. 85 speed tight end. So I don't have to draft one now? Come on. 2 years. Yeah, nah, I'll keep him 4 years. I'm gonna offer him less money though, just because ain't nobody. I don't think anybody's even around to try and outbid me. So I'm just trying to offer, just super lowball them. Because why not, you know? All right, cool. So we just want a right tackle. Nah, because my guy's going to be off of Desmond Trufant. Are you still fast? No, he's slow now. We want a free safety, bro. A fast free safety is what we want. Jose, are you fast still? Nope. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be a free safety. I can just get a corner and move him to free. No, I already saw you're slow. That's the trick with these leagues, man. If you need DBs, look in the corner department and you'll probably find one. So he's too short. Red's 5'10". Actually, he's taller. Do I do it? 30 years old. I don't know. I honestly just want Verrett. If I can't get him, then oh well, I figure it out. And a backup right tackle would be nice. All right, that's what we're working with. So we're gonna leave it at that. Hopefully I end up getting those players, and then we'll go ahead and get into the draft. All right, so we are officially at the beginning of a brand new season. I will set my season goal. Let's check out my team. Let's do the weekly strategy, and then let's get into it and try to win another Super Bowl, man. So cool. I'm pretty sure I hit 7. I don't even remember. I kind of stopped looking because I'm also watching the game at this point. The Rams and Bucks game, playoff game. It's a wild one. But it's barely about to be the half, so you never know what happens. Key to victory, we're putting the ball in Herbert's hands. That's what we do with Justin Herbert. I don't remember how good this guy is. I don't even know if I've played him before. I mean, I had to have. He's the Raiders. But I don't remember. I really don't. All right, so, and everyone's team looks a little differently because since we went through the whatchamacallit, so this should be interesting. So to upgrade Herbert. Let me show you my team first just so I can get an idea of where I'm at too, because stuff is different right now. So Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler still, gotta love it. Jalen Guyton, Keenan Allen, and the rookie Nicholas Stewart. Love it. Love it. So the person I'm going to show the most love is Guyton. Since he's 6'1", I'm going to turn him into an absolute, or should I focus on Stewart since he's a rookie? I don't know. I'm going to do Guyton because he's taller. So I'm just going to focus on upgrading him and see how that goes. Robert Tonyan at tight end. Got to love it. Offensive line. Doesn't really matter. Kamoko Toure. The Colt. AJ Espenza. Lenovo Joseph. And then we got Joey Bosa. Got to love having him on the team. Kaiser White. Who just got him for... Actually, no. Tranquil starts. We're putting the speed out on the field. Absolutely. Like, there's not even a question. All right, so sorry, White, you're on the bench for now. And then Uchenna Nwosu at right outside linebacker. And then we go down to cornerback, and we got Asante Samuel. I miss having him at 95 speed, and I hope I can get him back there. And then we got the rookie in, a 6'1" rookie. Hopefully he ends up being a beast. I would love that. If he can even get faster, that would be awesome. Maybe. Could you do that? I don't know. But yeah, so we're gonna focus on. Oh, we also got this free safety, Bellamy. I want to start all the rookies just because they're rookies, to be honest. And then we got the extra strong safety, but I don't know. Should Bellamy? So Bellamy 6 foot. Whitefield. Here. Let's do this. This is the easier way, right? All right, Bellamy, go there. So both of them the same speed. Whitefield has better acceleration, better agility. Oh, no, not better agility. So he just gets up to high speed faster. Better man coverage. Zone is kind of just like, as long as he's in a proper area, then he's fine. Okay, nope. Whitefield jumps higher. So he's, oh, maybe that should mean he should be a free safety. I don't know. Where is he? Right there. 67. I mean, they're pretty much like identical, I'd have to say. Pursuit is almost the same. Jumping, yeah. Bellamy, you can't jump high. For being 6 foot, bro, you can't really get up there. I'm putting Odom in. I'm not gonna be silly. Odom's going in, yeah. Whitefield, you're gonna be the one who gets in. So I think that's who I upgrade. I upgrade Whitefield. I upgrade Asante Samuel and Guyton. Sub linebacker, Derwin James, awesome. Slot cornerback, Mike Hayes, awesome. So we hit up weekly strats. Justin Herbert, Mike Hayes. No. Guyton. Whitefield. And who else? I don't even remember who else I wanted to upgrade. My corner? Asante Samuel. Cool. I want Asante Samuel to be just totally locked down. Like, I just don't have to worry about whoever he's guarding. Whoever their best receiver is going to be on lockdown. Upgrade players, and then we'll go ahead and check his team out. So Bosa, you love it. Speed rusher. I want him getting to the quarterback so fast, man. I want it to be the most annoying thing. If Fearmonger, inside stuff, edge threat, perfect. He should get a lot of sacks, man. The way my defense is set up, Bosa should end up with a whole lot of sacks. Let's see, Keenan Allen. I just want you running the crispiest of routes. I want you breaking off everybody, bro. All right, auto upgrade the rest. And now let's take a peek at what the Raiders are looking like these days. All right, Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs, Hunter, bruh. Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna run man on you the whole time and you can't do anything about it. I would start this rookie if I was him. I don't know why he doesn't. Maybe he hasn't done it yet, but I would be starting that rookie. Of course, Darren Waller. Oh my! You know what? I might not be able to run man because none of my linebackers can keep up with Darren Waller. Or man, I might just do it anyways. He might not know what he's doing. You know, Max Crosby. Got to watch out for him. Let's see. Corey Littleton. Slow DBs, bruh. Decent safeties. Yes, Tyree Gillespie. All right, so that's what his squad is looking like. If I had to guess just based off of the teams, I would say I'm going to be the one that wins. But you never really know. Like, someone can take their team and ball out. But, like, he has the ability to move his team around and change things, and he hasn't. So that's what leads me to believe that this is going to be an easy dub. So, view talent tree. Let's see. Okay. That. All right, 20 more points and we can start upgrading more people, which is going to be awesome. Select the game day goals, win turnover battle, pass, pick it off, take it off. All right, that's everything. Let's go ahead and get into week 1 of the Chargers season.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Carr now on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
I will see Morgan trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. steps away to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And this one is right down the middle. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And as a defender, if you go with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, a 20-yard touchdown. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best players, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Back to throw. Carr. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week one. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Here's a diving catch right side.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. The handoff, it's Eckler. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Allen alone to the right. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Try to punch it in with Eckler. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Eckler. No, and I think he went backward. He did. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Raiders hang top down near the goal line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Robert Tonyan there to make the grab. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd-and-1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 13. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it in.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Corey Littleton. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Second down and goal. Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Jalen Guyton there to make the grab. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone, and he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing now is Carr. Looking sideline, incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for, and now it's second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Carr's throw taken in by Edwards. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stewart. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw here, Herbert. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The final shot here before half for Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. action. Herbert. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for L.A. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Herbert off of play action. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
He'll get this to Eckler. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! Jalen Guyton, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead.
Check the mic and make sure it sounds
right,
right,
to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the third quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the second half.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Going on the ground with Eckler, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Second and 5. On the give, this is Eckler. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A give, Eckler running to the right. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
It sound right, boy.
Working with a second and 3. Here is Eckler. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have... first down yardage. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Busts through the tackle. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Eckler. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And his kick here is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Now Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they will take a knee here. Second and goal from the 6 this time. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Chargers, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs.